Hey everyone, I'm Demis Hellen and welcome back to my three-part series where we're taking a look at Cubase 15's all-new Melodic pattern editor. In the first video we had a look at all of the basic controls just to get to grips with how to use it and how to generate some nice patterns and grooves. In this one we're going to be taking a look at the Euclidean mode and specifically polyphony as well. So let's jump in. You can see here we've got a different track this time round, and this one is going to demonstrate the polyphony, so I've made a nice little chord structure to build this around. So this is what we're working with. So just a nice simple chord structure, and we're going to build our melody on top of this. So for now we're going to solo this. We're using a Kraftwerk or Tribework piano, dance piano. So that's from the Absolute collection. So let's just take a quick look, Tribework, and we're using the Chart dance piano here for this one. So as you can see, we're working in F sharp minor in this track. So I'm going to bring this down to F sharp 1 and enable polyphony, which will bring up the lane controls here, as you can see, and that's got the Euclidean section. So let's build up an upwards ramp here, starting on, clicking everywhere here, F sharp. I'm going to shove this up an octave. And what we can do now is add in chord structure, so we can have up to 4 notes stacked on top of each other like this. But again, this is all about not clicking on the grid this one. We're going to choose voices down here at the bottom. So now we can get some really nice chord structures out of this. This is obviously just an upwards ramp, but let's just have a listen to this in the context of all of this. So there's something to be had there. It's all debatable, but you can hear that it's not exactly sounding horrible at the moment. But we can choose the density controls. We could just say that's what we wanted. We could just choose how many notes they're going to appear. Let's add a bit of swing. And then based on that amount of notes, let's hit variation to generate something different. So I think I like the sound without that section over here. That's really nice. See, again, these videos are not planned. I'm showing you how we can generate ideas, and that works really nice. So what we can do under here is we can add an extra pattern in to give it even more groove using the Euclidean controls. So let's solo this. As you can see, it starts on a D here and ends on the root note F sharp for this. So we're not going to use this as the backing, we're going to use just the root note for this. Clicking on F sharp 2, we can now use these Euclidean controls. Without clicking anything, we can start adding pulses in, and these are going to be generated evenly spaced. So you can see the first one here, the second one's going to be over here now. So can you hear how that's now generating a totally different groove? So let's generate 6. See, that's quite nice, I do like that. But you do have the option to rotate this, so this just means shifting it over to the right, and then if you turn it back, it's going to shift it back to the left. That one's nice, so they're all now in between all of those gaps. And you can see it only affects that note that's actually playing that we've got selected. So it's only shifting these ones. It's not shifting anything else in the pattern. It's just totally focused on that lane, which is F sharp 2. And you can see we've got a cracking little rhythm there now. And that gives us the opportunity then to build on top of that again. So let's just say we like that pattern, which we do. We're going to click duplicate pattern. So we've got exactly the same one, but we can now make amendments to it. And if we mess it up, it doesn't matter. We have it in pattern 1. So here in this section, I'm just going to choose pattern number 2. And all I'm going to do is just change the density of this. I'm just going to bring them notes down like that. And let's just say we don't like the bottom pattern. We want a bit more happening in there. We can just reset it here. So just by clicking the pulse section, it'll re-add them back in as long as you've got that lane selected. So I did say in this video that we're not going to click anywhere, but let's just fill in the gaps now. Let's just make this happen. So I'm going to add in this note, and this note. I think that is all of them. And let's just say we want that final F sharp in there, so we actually want that. Now, what we can do is we can extend these and follow the pattern that we had. So we could follow that chord structure that we have there, but let's just have a listen to how this sounds on its own. So we can extend this, the number of steps, I can't remember how many we can have. So we can have up to 64. That's probably enough for this pattern. And what we can do here is duplicate this. So my apologies, just skip backwards. We need to click length. You can add in these notes like this, like we just did, and you can draw them in, but we're going to do that. I'm going to actually increase the length of the pattern, which copies the pattern into the next section. And we're going to do that 4 times. And then what we can do is you can extend this down to D, and we can just copy these down like so for the first bar and remove them off the top bar, and we have the same starting point here. So then we can go to E and then F sharp there. It's repeating there because it's already looping here. And there we are, we've got a nice little pattern that follows our sequence. And finally, by the power of editing, we've got some stereo delay, 8th and 8th dotted with the lows rolled out, and some Roomworks SE 4 seconds reverb, low mix on the low level, and then some highs mixed in to give it a little bit of shine. And you can see this sounds like this. And we've just generated that in less than 5 minutes using some basic controls in the Melodic pattern editor. And you can see, to recap, we started with the generate steps on polyphony mode here, the upwards ramp, then we added 2 voices in, so we've got the chords on an upwards ramp. We changed the density to reduce the amount of notes that was playing, which looks like this. And then we underpinned this with a Euclidean rhythm, so we chose 6 and 3 on the rotation, and that gave us that pattern which slotted in nicely between each of these notes and give us a nice bouncy rhythm, added some swing to that. And then finally we duplicated that pattern and we underpinned the bass that is following the same as the MIDI parts that I have, and voila, we have a beautiful pattern. And that is a genuine creation, by the way. That is not me pre-planning any sort of video. I try not to do that as best as I can. I pre-plan the idea, but not the actual music that I make. So you can see that is a genuine idea that's come out of there, something that I would never have come up with in my sort of whole creative thinking process. So with that, now you know how to use the polyphony mode and the Euclidean rhythms. And in the next episode, we're going to look at making some classic ARP patterns using this and how we can get to them really quickly without using an arpeggiator. So thank you very much for watching. I will look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.